So if you caught my precon upgrade videos, you know that the Manifest Dread deck, the jump scare deck, is one of my favorites of the new precon. So I was wondering, can I replicate that success in Historic Brawl? Well, today's deck actually gets a lot of those fun elements in the client into the game, and let's see what we can do with that now as I do this video. So this is my Guess Who deck, which takes a lot of the elements that I actually added into the precon and kind of twists them around the new Manifest Dread mechanic, and is headed up by Vannifar Evolved Enigma. Now, she was one of my big recommendations to add to that deck, because unfortunately, Zamone is not available on the client in her precon form. They did not give us the precon commanders to operate with, so I can't use her. However, Vannifar makes a nice stand-in here on the arena client for this. We can cloak a card out of our hand and put it face down, which then works with all of the Manifest Dread flip over mechanics and things like that in the game, colorless things. She can also put +1/+1 counters on our colorless creatures. So the idea here is to Manifest Dread some big nasty like a World Spine Worm or even one of the Eldrazi Titans, which yes, you don't get the trigger, but you get a big honking Eldrazi Titan that affects the game state. Or you have the green dragons like Old Gnawbone. We also have both of the ancient dragons from the D&D set. Those cards are available to us to use as cards to flip over. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with this. And if you look, the last two columns before it lands in this list here, these are all brand new cards from Duskmourn. This deck is one of the ones I have that I've built that has more Duskmourn cards in it than almost any other I have, and it is a lot of fun to play. So let's get into it and let you guys see what's going on, and I hope you enjoy it. Tergrid. Okay, they're going to try to steal my stuff by either making me sack it or discard it. Yeah, this is all right. So we'll go with this. I have a bunch of the doors that have like the Manifest Dread stuff attached to it. Vannifar helps. Like we could use Vannifar's ability to put an old Gnawbone down, face down, and if we have something else that's, I'm gonna go ahead and foretell this to keep it out of my hand so they can't make me discard it. I can use that to put Gnawbone down as a 2/2 with cloaked abilities on it. Same thing with Ancient Silver Dragon. Not yet. We'll wait. Behold the Multiverse can be used this turn. If I had something in the graveyard to get, like if they make me discard now, then I might use Under the Skin next turn to get it back. All right, so Behold the Multiverse. Go ahead and get a couple cards. Overlord is good. Brainstorm is good for putting stuff back on top. I'm actually gonna draw both cards, because I can use the Brainstorm to stack stuff up, so when I do the Manifest Dread, I can get the stuff down. We're gonna have 4-drop. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm now while we have the mana open. So we can put an island and whatever we want to put face down. Let's do the Ancient Silver Dragon. We'll put the land on top, so the dragon stays on top of the deck. And then we can do Break Down the Door at instant speed, so we'll wait. Rather than expose it right away, I can actually just wait to do it. So then we can Break Down the Door, Manifest Dread, Ancient Silver Dragon will hit as a 2/2 face down. Then we could cast Vannifar and make it bigger. All right, they probably have a handful of stuff that makes me just like destroys my creatures, so yeah, they got something. This is probably not going to be the greatest matchup for showing off this deck, just because they have a bunch of kill spells, though I did just play this against an Asarak the Archlich deck, and freaking dog walk that deck. It was great. All right, so we don't have enough mana for that to do anything. So I could. I think I just want to advance my mana right now. We're gonna do the Overlord of the Hauntwoods because it's a new card. I want to play it. We could have done Augur of Autumn. If we had one more mana, I probably would have done Augur of Autumn plus like Cryptid Inspector or Under the Skin. See, I'd rather have the Overlord get blown up than that, but we still get the land token. And we'll go ahead and swing. Because unfortunately, the bad thing about Manifest Dread compared to the cloaking ability, which gives you a disguised creatures, they don't have ward, whereas the stuff that Vannifar cloaks in does. They admitted this, they really screwed up by not giving us enough ways to cloak creatures into the game. So it's kind of a wonky thing. All right, mill 2, discard 2, lose 2. So we're going to discard... I'll keep Under the Skin because I can get stuff back. We'll discard the Slimy Aquarium and the Cryptid Inspector because I don't know how much we're going to get to flip stuff over. They got our other Overlord, but we can get one of them, 2 of them back. Okay, so Under the Skin might just get discarded here. Okay, they made us discard that, but that's whatever. Okay, so 6 cards. Oh, we got plenty of fodder for Aborn Oculus. So let's just do... Let's do Under the Skin. We're going to start getting the board set up. Let's manifest this, because we can flip it over with the Hauntwood Shrieker. And we'll get back... We'll get back Old Gnawbone. We'll play the Abhorrent Oculus. We'll shred out the Forest, the Under the Skin, Cascade, Cryptid Inspector, Tunnel, and break down the door. Things that I don't really care about anymore. Swing. At the beginning of their upkeep, we'll get a Manifest Dread trigger. They might have removal for this. Probably have removal for this. We'll do the Forest. One thing I've learned in playtesting with this deck is it does churn through cards very quickly with all the Scries, all the Manifest Dread. We're running Explore triggers. We're running Surveil. We're just trying different ways of stacking the top of the deck and digging through the deck. So you really should have no reason to not have the ability to cast the Abhorrent Oculus or anything that you want to dig out of your graveyard later with cards. It shouldn't be that bad. So right now we really only have one viable threat with the dragon that's face down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are still short on mana. If we get a land, we could slam Old Gnawbone, but I'm wondering if they're waiting to see if I cast Gnawbone next turn before they start killing things. Because if they waste their turn killing the Oculus now, they're going to lose their removal spell for Old Gnawbone. All right, so cool. We got that. So Gnawbone's coming down straight. And we're just going to smack... Because these are the ones... Okay, I don't care about these. I want the mana. So they'll block a 2/2. It'll die. I don't care. All right, so we got that far. Can't do that. Let's do... It's 8. Let's do Augur of Autumn. Let's see what we get off the top. Because then we can use the treasures, maybe. Okay, that's fine. End turn. We're not going to put Vannifar out there. It's just kind of silly. We'll get that on top, which is again another reason why I like having all these scry, and like Augur lets us see what's on top, and it's like, okay, cool. We know we have something coming, and that's why it's in the original precon, and I have it here because it's available to us. But I mean, coming up against a mono black deck, I'm surprised we have this many creatures. Now, this is the point where they might just Crux of Fatus or Damnation, because Damnation's on the client now too. Okay, they're just gonna kill Old Gnawbone. That's fine. She served her purpose for now. Reclamation, whatever. 1, 2, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. We can just kill them by rifting. I'm not even gonna screw with it. Or do I? Let's have the fun. Let's do the fun play. Let's just turn this face up. Do the fun play. Next. Fly and die. Bye, Tergrid. Oh, I love this deck. I haven't got to play many games with it, but every game is just way too much fun. Bombadil. So we got a Saga's deck. I'm okay with this because Unable to Scream is a good way to pin down Tom Bombadil and make it so they can't get their things. So that's what we're going to go with. Probably Tunnel Tipster this turn. So we can go Tunnel Tipster into Cursed Windbreaker or Vannifar cloaking something. Which then helps with like the Oblivious Bookworm. Plus the Tipster gets bigger as we flip stuff down on the board. All right. Let's do the Cursed Windbreaker. They left 2 mana open, and it's like I'm like, am I gonna get just janked by this? No attacks. We'll sit on that. Now, the cool part about the Sagu Mauler is oh, thank you, Tom. You're gonna hate your life here in just a second because you're now unable to scream. Nope. Let's see if we do. I think it's Moldering Gem to go get a land out of the deck. And we'll just go grab a green. I'm gonna fly over and whack them for 2. I probably should have tried to I probably should have used Vannifar just so the Tipster would have been bigger, because instead we lost our Sagu Mauler. That would have been a Trample Hexproof Flyer, which is kind of a sad thing. All right, so they made a copy of Tom, so now we're just like, oh crap. Do I Edge Shredder? Or do I just equip? You know what? Let's manifest Dread. We'll unlock the door and Dread. We'll do the Analyst. No attacks. That way the Tipster can grow. I mean, this is temporary. They're reflections. They'll go away next turn, so it's not as bad as all that. But they're going to take control of my 5/5. That sucks. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. If they would have swung with the Paradise Druid, I probably would have blocked it. Just to be perfectly honest. All right. Do that. Let's go ahead and play Vannifar. We'll cloak the Oblivious Bookworm at the end of the turn. Or, it's not the end of the turn, it's the beginning of combat. We'll go no attacks. And then we'll end the turn because I want to be able to flip the Bookworm over. We'll leave it protected for now, but I want to be able to flop it over. All right, so those go away. I can tap the Tipster for mana. I don't have to be forced into an attack with that one. Vannifar is the problem. Though I could just play the Head Shredder and use that so the Head Shredder can't because if I do Head Shredder, tap Vannifar, Cursed Windbreaker on the Head Shredder so it can fly over for 5. I think I like that plan. So let's just, or actually I'll just do it this way. I'll just tap that. So Vannifar does not have to attack. And I'll just tap that for mana. And I'll put the Cursed Windbreaker on the Bookworm so it flies. So then I don't lose anything, right? That's the right play, right? I'm pretty sure that's the way this goes. Because then I fly over and they can't block. So unless I have a way to blow up the Cursed Windbreaker before combat, or during combat. So yeah, Crown War did not work out the way they wanted it to there. I mean, I managed to walk the walk there. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna lose our other two, but we did get, you know, Vannifar is still alive, and we get our 5/5 back. And then the Head Shredder is there. Now, I'm kind of surprised they didn't attack with the 5/5 just so it would blow up. But not here to figure that one out. All right. Let's do Cavalier Gales. Let's see what we got going on here. We can put a Peeper back on top of the deck, along with, if I do Nature's Will? No, we put the Rainforest on top, right? I mean, doesn't matter. We're gonna break down the door probably. Though Calyx, I think, probably should get exiled here. I think that's probably the smarter play here, is get rid of him. And then I'm not swinging because I don't want to kill Tom Bombadil. I want him to stay pinned to the floor here for the moment. So I was gonna manifest Dread. I had it all set up to manifest Dread, and then I'm like, wait, that's a bad idea. All right, so let's put the Cursed Windbreaker on the 6/6. Let's play Nature's Will. We're gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing for 11 in the air, untap all of my lands, and really wreck your day. It's the Necrobloom. All right. Well, it's a really strong commander. Oh, good. We got a Hauntwood Shrieker. One of my early games with this deck, I had a Shrieker and I was able to flip over like 7/7 and 8/8 creatures for 2 mana. It was hilarious. So like if we get Vannifar down and then like cloak like a Nyxbloom Ancient, we could use the Shrieker to flip the Ancient over the next turn for, you know, 2 mana. I would say that's pretty good. All right, so they got a Lotus Cobra. Let's do my turn. All right, we got to the 3rd mana. So we could impend the Overlord. And then we had the ability to get Vannifar down for sure next turn. I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. We'll get a token land on the board. You know, get the impending rolling. I really like the Overlord cycle doesn't seem like it's, you know, spectacular, but I actually really like it. Other than the black one. The black one's kind of eh. But I really like the green one and I really like the white one. Those are both my 2 favorites. And if you have some kind of way to flicker it, the red one's hilarious. All right, so Necrobloom's down. You know, whatever. Takes a while to get to that point where it actually matters. All right, so we got to the mana we need. I'm gonna play Vannifar so I can get that Nyxbloom Ancient cloaked. Because the plan right now is to use the Hauntwood Shrieker. If we draw a land, it is use the Hauntwood Shrieker to flip it over. but it all depends. Now they could have a 1 mana removal spell and it doesn't matter, but they would need either a land to get a white mana to do Swords to Plowshares, or they would need one of the black 1 mana sack a creature type things, and then the extra mana to get bust through the ward. Or a cut down. Okay. What the f is that? Okay. That's yeah. Okay. All right, so we're gonna play Hauntwood Shrieker. And we're gonna sit on it. And we're going to... What am I doing here? I think we're going to cloak a card, and we'll do the Cryptid Inspector, because if it flips itself over, it can actually get a counter on itself. But I have options now, depending if they target one of the 2 creatures. This also does the whole shell game thing, where if you have multiple 2/2s with nothing attached to them, they can't tell which one, you know, they should remove, and then it's kind of a crapshoot as to what they can kill. Okay, Alasso Core, whatever. All right, so now they have a 10/15. It's like, do I just... I think, you know what, the Cryptid Inspector is probably just going to have to bite the bullet here. I just don't have an option. It's fine. All right, Hauntwood Shrieker, do your thing. Yep. I got goodies. Yes, I do. They got that in the way. Let's go ahead and play the Cavalier of the Gales. Let's see what we get. We could do Twitching Doll plus what? Hedge Maze. Put that on top. Play a land for turn. Play... What's the auto tapper gonna do to me here? Okay, hide in plain sight. Let's... Ooh, hello. Forget the Twitching Doll. Give me those. All right. We have friends. All right. Vannifar can put a +1/+1 counter on things. We're not going to attack. We're just going to sit back and hang on a second. All right, so Overlord is ready. Cavalier of Gales is probably going to be the sacrificial block on the Necrobloom, because it's the one thing that doesn't matter. We have mana for Twist Reality and Brainstorm available. Yeah, I don't like that. No. No card drawing for you. Not a fan. But we do have enough mana to Brainstorm and use the mana to flip over the 2 face-down cards, which is fun. And like I said, the Cavalier is going to be kind of the sacrificial thing. I couldn't let the Tokasia's Welcome resolve, because every land that they could get in play, I know it only triggers once a turn, but that's a guaranteed source of painless card draw for them every turn. Nah. All right, so they're going to put a counter on something. I mean, if it were me, I'd put it on Ilasso Core, but to each their own. Hey, it's like they heard me or something. All right, so Hauntwood Shrieker, let's go. Oh, it burned all my blue mana. Dang it. All right. You suck. Guess let's brainstorm and kind of see what we got going on here. Ooh. Let's put these on top. And let's... So like if I do that, I could attack and then flip. God, there's so many options here. Let's leave Kozilek as the bottom. We could have a huge Valgavoth's onslaught here. They don't have a flyer. Let's send in... I'm not doing anything because I don't want to cloak the card in my hand. I want the card in my hand. Let's send in the flyer. And this is a sorcery. You can do, what is it? 1, 2, 3, or what is it? 3, 6, 9, 12. Hang on. 3, 6, 9, 12. The math sucks here. So it's 14 mana. So 7x. Autopay. Kozilek can be the Manifest Dread. World Spine Worm can be the Manifest Dread. Gem. Dread. Alarmry. Well, it's Manifest Dread, the Manifest Dread, because why not? Ancient Silver Dragon. Yeah, no. And if they come up with some kind of destroy everything type card, I have a World Spine Worm that I can just flip at instant speed. And it lives. I think. Or actually, no, I don't think it's indestructible. No, I'm mixing up the worm. That one is not indestructible. It's just a big trampler. It's the Convoke Worm that has the indestructible, which I don't have in this deck. I'm confusing my worms. I need some way of busting this board up, though. Now, if they don't do anything else, I'm flipping that Kozilek over just to pump up all this colorless stuff I have on the other side of the board. Because it's a great way to break the board. Yeah, it's like, so what I was gonna do, yes, I had fun. What I was gonna do was, if they didn't do anything else, where is he? Oh, he's the first one. I could have used the 2 mana, flipped Kozilek up. All the colorless creatures get +3/+2, because that's the main reason I have it in here, because all the face down stuff. So all my stuff would have turned into 10 or 12 10s or 12 11s or whatever. And then they would have had to deal with that as kind of like an overrun effect. So that was cool. Etrata. It's the face off of the face down creatures. All right. I don't know that I like mine as much, though. Let's, that hand ain't much better, but we'll see. Because I gotta remember, Etrata is Death Touch, does not grant Death Touch, though. So just her at Death Touch. It's been a while since I've played Etrata, about 6 months. To give myself a quick refresher on what she did. So if we get a green, it's going to be the Overgrown Zealot. If we don't, it's going to be the Creeping Peeper, I think. Actually, it's going to be the Maze Mind Tome now that I think about it. We need to be able to dig through the deck and figure out what's coming. Like, Aladamari, yeah, it's not going to do me any good right now, so he can get out of the way. We need green mana. Alright, so Etrata is down, which is not great. Oh, that sucks so much. Alright. Play a blue. I'm gonna pass the turn and just figure out what I got going here, because they can, whenever they hit me, they get a card which turns them into assassin, and they have ways to make their stuff into assassins if they play this right. What does Thieves' Tools do? Can't be blocked by his powers 3 or less. Oh, that sucks. All right, scry time. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it right now. I can't block Etrata, even if I were to use the Twist Reality Manifest Dread. Whatever. Oh, this lack of mana is killing me right now. Get out of here. Holy crap. This is what you call the bull crap. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. We're gonna actually probably have, oh my god, are you serious? Well, that doesn't stop me. It's like it has to attack by itself. So I can stop that one. Holy crap, it is green mana. Thank you. Greenhouse isn't gonna do me much good other than fix my mana, but right now I need to do more than fix my mana. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Yeah, screw it. Hide in plain sight. I'm just completely unable to figure stuff out. Let's do Hedge Maze. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can't flip it over. I'm just generating blockers at this point. Still can't do anything about that blasted Etrata, though, because it's got the Thieves' Tools on it. I mean, they're gonna crack me. They're gonna get 2 more cards off my deck. For all I know, they're stealing my lands, which is why I haven't been able to get the frickin' land drops. All right, time to scry. Probably could have done that first to like see what they were gonna get and get rid of it. Like I need mana so bad that I have to dunk that card. All right. I mean, I can use that eventually. So I guess it's play Vannifar right now. I mean, they have plenty of open mana, so there's probably a counter spell in my future. Or a kill spell. Or not. Alright, we'll go on +1s. Yeah, I'm not swinging. Thanks for playing. Well, they got my Misty Rainforest. I know where they got that from. Womp womp. It's like, pay 4 and a life to go fetch. Are you serious? Oh, that sucks. Alright, so not that one. Not that one. I want that one alive. Oh, they had 2 of my enchantments for getting, or artifacts for getting stuff off the deck. That's great. Well, on the upswing of life, yeah, I'm gonna exile that. I want my Vannifar back. Thanks. Let's go with, what do I want to do here? let's cloak the Hauntwood Shrieker because I can flip it over. Oh, I should say I can flip it over if I get some green mana. But I needed to get some stuff back on the board. Okay, they got my Oblivious Bookworm. Now they kill her. Great. This is like super frustrating. Hey, it's green mana. I'll take it. Let's see. I could flip the Hauntwood Shrieker. I'm still a bajillion miles away from flipping that over. We're gonna put +1/+1 counters on these guys. No attacks. This thing gets +2/+2 and Death Touch if they get 5 card type or 5 different mana values, not card types, mana values in their graveyard. Are you me right now? Oh man. They got my Necrobloom Ancient. This is bad. I think I would have rather had them have Vannifar. Because that's actually a better thing to exile. This is not good. And they get my Cryptid Inspector. Wow, they're like using like the best parts of my deck and stealing them, which is kind of bull crap. All right, we'll Manifest Dread the Worldspine Worm, and we'll go get a forest because that's what I've been needing all this time. Let's do Overgrown Zealot because you can pay 2 mana into that. And let's do +1/+1 counters on all my stuff. No attacks. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available next turn for flipping stuff over. So I can get my big honking dragon to flip as long as they don't kill it between point A and point B. And then maybe we can draw some answers here. Why did they... Okay, I don't know why they did that before combat. Because I'm probably blocking something. Maybe. So that's the Hauntwood Shrieker. And that's just... Oh, that's the Worldspine Worm. No blocks. I have to take this. I need to use the Shrieker. I gotta flip the Shrieker over, and I gotta use its ability to start flipping over like the big dumb stuff. But I gotta do it after combat so I can put the counters on things, then do it. Ideally, we get one more untapped green mana to get this to go off. Okay, they got my Aladdamry. They got my Path of Discovery. They have a Wash Away that they just kicked to the curb here. Tyrant Scorn on top, which that means that Vannifar and my other stuff is in danger. All right. Come on. Can we get out of this somehow with the big dum-dums? 15/15 Trampler plus Big Dumb Dragon. All right, so I think the play here is going to be put a counter on everything, swing with just the Big Dum Dum, and see how the blocks go. All right, so we're gonna flip this face up, and then we're gonna use this ability to flip this over. Yep. Hi, mine's a 1717. And then we're gonna play. What are we gonna play here? Let's play Greenhouse. Then my lands tap for whatever I need them to tap for, and I don't care. So now they're gonna have to use their stuff to get rid of my worm. The worm's gonna shuffle back into the deck. But the cool part is when it dies, I get 3 5/5s anyways. It's just easier for them to block the 5/5s than just to block the 17/17. Alright, rogue class helps them steal stuff. They're probably going to sit back on a Death Toucher this time just because of the 5/5 tramplers. I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping they swing. Alright, so they use that. So I can't use that to flip over the dragon. I'm going to have to actually pay up for the dragon. But they also had the Thief of Sanity to block it, so it's like, whatever. So 3, 4, 5. We're at 5. They just have to survive this combat, and we're dead. Unless we top deck the Cyclonic Rift or the other bounce spell. One of the mass bounce spells would win us the game. Well, Rift or River's Rebuke would win us the game. Now it's just a matter of hoping we draw one of those two. Otherwise, we're going to lose badly. Defiant Survivor and Sagu Mauler. Okay. Come on, deck. Give me something good. Yeah, dump your mana. All right, so they're gonna draw a card. Oh, you are not what I need right now. If I dump that, unlock the door. Because this can help me, that only helps me turn permanents face up. If I spent 4, that's 5, 6, 7. Cloak, flip. I might be able to pull this off. Maybe. We're going to use the Rickety Gazebo. We're going to unlock the door. We're going to... Oh, I can only return the stuff that got milled. Crap. Okay, unable to scream is fine. And Dreamroot Cascade. Oh, that sucks so bad. I was hoping to be able to return the 1,000 Winds to my hand and then do the flip. I didn't realize that the Gazebo can only hit those other things. So yeah, we're boned. I can't win from here. Old Rutstein. Haven't seen that one in a while. I don't think I'm keeping this hand only because usually when I keep a 2-lander like this, I get screwed. Come on, opponent. Get it in gear. All right. Opponent finally woke up. Well, I ended up keeping it because I was like not thinking, but oh well. Pray them to the mana gods that we don't get the the shuffler hand where it doesn't give me any more mana the rest of the game. That's usually what happens. I'll keep the 2-land hand and then I don't draw mana, which right now it's looking like a distinct possibility. And if that's the case, I was probably correct in thinking I was gonna mulligan it, and then I screwed up and didn't mulligan it. Come on, deck. Well, it's mana, it's just not mana of the color I want. I mean, I'm not gonna complain too hard about that. If I can, at least if I can get a way to flip it over. Like if I get a like I can't use a Hauntwood Shrieker for a while, but a Hauntwood Shrieker would be kind of funny. Block here. I'm sus over there. Like I'm afraid of like a pump spell or something. Okay. Okay, well, they can destroy the Paranormal Analyst. Well, I guess they do have the mana. They could target and destroy it. But apparently they want to play something else, so... Or they at least wanted to leave their mana options open. I'm brain surging because I need mana so bad. Oh my god. Seriously. What are we putting back to shuffle away with that Fabled Passage? Let's get the... Let's put both the Ancient Dragons back. Doesn't matter because I'm gonna do this. Almost feels like the standard, you know, fetch land with Brainstorm. It's just the New Age version. Green, please. Thank you. And you know what? I'm going to smack them because I'm not going to block. Because I don't trust that. So, if we get a green mana, we can cast some things. But I don't know what. I mean, pay up. I guess I should have just held that back. Alright, we did get the green mana. Now it's like, what do we do with that? Because that doesn't do me any good right now. I could play Wilderness Wreck and then I'd have Joint Exploration available. I guess that's what we're going to do. We'll play the Wilderness Reclamation and I'll have the option to either hardcast the Behold the Multiverse or the Joint Exploration. Maybe even both, depending. And I could return the Cryptic Coat to my hand too. So, when it dies or is put into a graveyard from the library. Okay, that's fine. So, ow. And that's fine. It's not much damage. I don't have anything for them to destroy, so... Alright, so let's do Joint Exploration. We're gonna kick it in case we get a mana. Well, there's the Ancient Silver Dragon I would have preferred to not have on board, but let's go ahead and draw that. Put that on the board. It's not enough mana to do anything with other than do this. Alright. So if I do Vannifar, but then I'd have to put the 2/2 in front of the 2/1 because they could destroy it with the thing, which is kind of stupid. Need more green mana for work's sake. I guess let's play Aladdin Marie and then play the Cryptic Coat. which is nice because then it untaps that and I have options. Season of Growth is not a creature, however, so I can't use it to flip anything. I can just play Behold the Multiverse. I'm not sure what to do here. Like that Dokuchi silencer, like I was, oh crap, and they have ways of getting it back now because Oversold Cemetery, which also helps trigger the Dreadhound. It's like, do I take this or do I dump the 3/2 and just pray? But it's like, I don't think gang blocking it's the answer because then it might just end up being that I get it back with the Oversold Cemetery next turn. And then I'm down the 2 creatures and that's all there is to it. Let's see here. Twitching Dog can get out of here, but I will take the Unnerving Grasp. Let's also bounce this. The sorcery. It's not instant speed. I was like, do I need to put a hold in here and source and fast track that? But no. All right. If we do Vannifar, we could do the dragon, but then that doesn't do me a ton of great here. Do Enduring Vitality. I could just hard cast the Sagu Mauler. Trample Hexproof. There's the Cavalier on the deck. There's a lot of options here. Let's do Enduring. I'm thinking about this. Let's do Enduring Vitality, and I'll just drop the Cryptic Code again to get the Cavalier on the board. All right, we have a Vaultborn Tyrant on top, which is cool. And we do have the ability, because of the untap, we do have the ability to flip over the Cavalier of Gales and use it as a surprise gotcha type thing. They also reduce their stuff in the graveyard with that Oversold Cemetery. So that's good. All right, so let's go Cloak Flip. Cast to blockers. Do they have a removal spell? Because I'm planning on just sticking the Cavalier of Gales in front of that. Now he's got what? 2 untapped. Okay, we can do that. Okay. There's that sorcery speed on. Oh, only activate during your turn. Crap. Ah, that's so crap. So that's going to completely mess all of that up. I really need to keep the Hauntwood Shrieker because of the other stuff. Let's do it this way. Resolve. Losing that Tyrant off the top really freaking sucked. Oh, there's a rift. That would help me so freaking much right now, but I need to be able to draw it. So those are not going to do me any good. Let's play Vannifar. Let's play Hauntwood Shrieker. And then we're going to cloak in the Ancient Silver Dragon. And we're just going to sit back. So now we have the untap. Unfortunately, though, we are a mana short to be able to flip over the dragon, so maybe the Sagu Mauler would have been the smarter play. It's the only thing I'm doing on theme, but Unnerving Grasp is not nearly as good because I can't insta-bounce something. Can she destroy? No, not until she gets to her ultimate.
I prefer friends in low places.
All right. So here comes Junji. And the Dreadhound. Okay. All right, what are we at? 2 of 4. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and do this. They can't kill both. They can only kill one over the other. So I'm okay with that temporarily. Take action. We'll put her back to post. Resolve, resolve. We're not dead. Bounce the Cryptic Coat back to my hand. My turn. We have a Cyclonic Rift. And we have a Tyranix Rex on top of the deck. Okay. Is there any way for me to overload this Rift and do that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't swing with that, but I could swing with the Tyranix Rex. But I can't flip the Tyranix Rex. Let's Cryptic Coat to get the Rex on the board flipped over. And then I'm just trying to think, is there a way that if they plus that, they would mill 2. They could knock me down to 1. Oh, this is so bad. You know what? Let's just overload the Rift right now. I gotta get all that crap out of here. Because we get to untap with it. I mean, we don't get to do anything with the mana, but we get to untap with it. Oh, thank goodness I did that. Oh, that would have been death. With the Dreadhound, that would have been death. Holy God, that would have been bad. Okay. They don't get the cast trigger. Okay. So they got my Ulamog. They're at 23. Can we kill them? Not with the Ulamog in the way. There's a Cursed Windbreaker sitting on top of my deck. I need 2 green mana to flip over both the dragon and the Tyranix Rex. That would not be enough to kill them. Let's... what am I thinking? I'm a derp and a half. I want my Ulamog back, thanks. It's like, what am I thinking here? All right, so there's part 1 of this dastardly plan. Huntwood Shrieker, you can flip over the dragon, because I want it to fly over. Yep. And then you and you can both go in. And if... oh, they didn't block. Okay. Oh, wow. 2 whole cards. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, that's not cool. Let's tap these 2. Let's go ahead and throw down the Overgrown Zealot, so the lands will untap on the next turn. So I have enough mana to flip the Tyranix Rex over on my turn if they do something.
I have conquered death.
Or use, Huntwood Shrieker. I was trying to trick them into it, but they didn't oblige me. Oh. Oh. Is it? It's put in. Okay, it's not leaves the graveyard. It's not Sir Conrad. Holy crap. Can we balance this off? We have to block. Like, the Overgrown Zealot is going to bite the bullet here. It'll die. We'll go to 2. Pass. We're going to sack the Assembling Skeleton limit. Then we're going to go to 1. Wow. I got to get rid of the Dreadhound. Luckily, we have the Ulamog in hand. So let's actually use the Shrieker. Okay. So I was going to use the mana to flip the Tyranax Rex over, and then I would have had 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, cast Ulamog, exile both Dreadfeast demons, swing with the 2/8/8s and win. Okay, we had that. I was just like, what the heck? So what did you guys think? I had a ton of fun with this deck. Something about this deck just tickles the back of my brain and gives me good feelings. Even when I lose with the deck, a lot of times I have a lot of fun because I get to do a lot of things with the deck. That's probably why I like it so much, rather than just sitting there and dying to some of these big, powerful decks. Not the most powerful deck I've ever played, but it is still a ton of fun, and I really, really wish that the Zamone from the precon was on the freaking client to actually give us those additional dread triggers. But with that said, what do you guys think? Did you like the deck? Was there something you would add to it? Was there something you would take out? I know I misplayed a lot because I haven't had much time to work with this deck. I'm going to keep this deck together. I'm going to work with it and see if I can improve it a little bit. And I might actually put like a new updated deck list in the community tab on the channel. Keep an eye out for that in the future. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.